Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you for joining me today. I have a really quick and easy project to share with you today. I'm going to be working on some vintage style ephemera pieces, and this is going to be sort of ongoing for me because I'm putting together little packages of ephemera. And so I thought I would start by making something that you could certainly make yourself very easy. This is sort of something I'd like to focus on, going forward for 2023, is just sharing with you quick little projects of something that you can put together in no time and feel like you've accomplished a little craft project, especially when you're not sure what you want to do. So I'm just showing you some digitals from Digital Collage Club. I'll be using mostly those for the projects I'm sharing with you. Of course, you can use anything you have on hand, but this is what I wanted to work with because I have a few of these items printed out and I really wanted to put them to use because of the gorgeous images. I'm also using this these vintage envelopes. I love the color. I love the little, airmail on it, and they were sealed when I got some of them, so I thought I would repurpose them and make them into little booklets that you can put in a journal, or you can add to little ephemera packs, etc. Okay, so let's get started with this. All you'll need for this project is an envelope and of course your favorite pages to decorate it, and you'll just see the process as I go. I do have coupon codes for Digital Collage Club if you're interested. Now, they do have options available to purchase, I believe, like an annual membership, which means you can use anything on their site, I believe, for a year. I have a coupon code for that. And then you have the forever membership, which I think is also quite affordable considering you can use anything they've ever, put on their site and anything they'll continue to put on their site. So if you enjoy digital printing like I do, this is something that you should consider. And like I said, I will link that below. Another reason I'm really into digitals at the moment, and I think I always have been, I like being able to print what I want to print when I want to print it and not have all this extra paper if I don't need it. Now, of course, for me, I end up, using a lot of it in my projects, but I don't know if you have found that when you purchase a paper pack, a lot of the times you don't use it because, you only purchased one. And so you're sort of hoarding it because you don't want to use it up and then not be able to use it anymore. Well, with digitals, you can use them as often as you want because you just print them whenever you want. And with the price of paper nowadays and paper pads, shrinking in size, basically, they're giving you less paper for this, probably more money actually, that's what I'm finding, then I'm really all about digitals now. I purchase my paper pack and then I print what I want as often as I want when I need it. And I think all in all, it's money saving any way you look at it at this point anyways, and probably going forward. I don't see the prices of paper and paper pads going down anytime soon. So if you are, considering for the new year saving a little bit of money, I would say digitals are the way to go, and just invest on, good paper and a printer. I also have links to my favorite supplies. I will link those below. The printer I use, the ink that I use. I'm not going to go into that right now. Maybe I'll make another video, but I find it very cost effective for me. It's not for everybody, but I just thought I would share that as well. So here I'm cutting up one of the little birds from one of the digital kits, and I believe I'm using the bird journal kits, the ephemera for it, but I will link what I have used below. If for some reason you can't find it in the Etsy shop, it's because it's part of the membership, and I believe they send a lot of additional digitals for members that you can, I think it's weekly they're setting things up. So there's just a lot to see. If you have not seen Digital Collage Club, check them out. Like I said, I will link them below, and you can just check out what they have. So here I'm using some scrap paper that I have on hand. This is one of my digitals. I just had a little piece left over from a project. And as you can see, I folded my little envelope in half. I cut the top of the envelope and now I'm just folding pages to make my little mini journal. And that's what I'm doing with this. I figured it'd be easy to make like little notebooks. You can add as many pages as you want, and you'll find the binding is the easiest. Okay, I tried to make this as easy as possible because I know, you know, obviously if you're at a more advanced level of journal making, then you've already made these. But if you're starting out, or like I said, you want something pretty easy to do and, you know, fun to put together, this would be the perfect crafty project to do that. So I hope you're all having a lovely day. I have been, you know, watching a little bit more videos lately, mostly because I've had a little more time. You know, family is around, and there's a lot more time to sit and craft and watch videos, but not as much time to be able to do my voiceovers or record videos, because of course there's all of us around. However, in watching videos, I noticed this feature with YouTube, which I had totally forgotten about, and I don't know how often this has happened to you. So when I'm on my computer and I'm kind of browsing on my desk, trying to craft as I watch something, sometimes I leave my mouse just sort of lingering on the screen as I'm looking for something. And then all of a sudden I notice that a video has been playing for a while. And this is, I think, one of their latest features. If you hover over a video, like for a few seconds, it'll just start playing. And I found so many things that obviously I might not even want to ever watch. But because of the way that this feature is working on YouTube, it's, you know, it's basically watching it for me. And then it shows that I've watched it in my history. And I'm like, I don't know when I watched that video or why. And then I realized it's because it was hovering. So I just have to be a little more careful when I do that going forward. Okay, so here I just wanted to quickly show you, I've basically folded my pages, stuck them in the center. And of course, there's different ways that I can bind my little pages to my cover, which is my envelope. I have several different binding ideas on my channel. I will link those below as well if you are new to junk journals and you're sort of trying to get ideas on different ways to bind. I have many tutorials showing you different ways to do it. But for this one, I wanted to make it super easy. This is my regular stapler. I'm not even using a large one, and it fits perfectly into, you know, the slot to staple it. The only thing I always struggle with is putting my staple line right on the fold, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. I don't know why, I just can't put it right in that center. I always try and move it around a little different, and it kind of comes off a little bit. As you can see, I'll show you. See, the staples are sort of off the center, but all I do here is just fold my pages to make sure that, you know, they're foldable and usable. And you can see that I missed the center line, but that's not a big deal. I may or may not change that. We'll have to see. If it bugs you, you probably will, but sometimes I just leave it because, like I said, it's sort of like a quick scrappy project. You know, I do try and put it right in the center as much as I can, but I don't know what happens. So anyways, because I stapled and the staple closures are on the outside, I don't want to get my fingers caught or things caught on the little staple hooks there. So I'm using some masking tape. That's another quick way to, you know, cover something on a spine, or, oh my gosh, so many uses for this masking tape. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just going to cover the staples themselves, and that sort of also gives me almost like a little binding tape over my mini journal. And you can see how fun and easy this is, right? Like I said, I love the fact that it's made out of an envelope, and I'm sure we all have envelopes around, especially after the holidays and all our Christmas cards. You know, you can use many of those. Grab your favorite image as your center feature and then just go crazy and decorate. I did want to mention that just in case I'm not able to finish my voiceover, I will just add music to the video and you can just finish watching the process. This is just, you know, a little bit of, like I said, a quick project that I think you'll hopefully find, you know, that gets you back into the mood of creating something, especially if you've been a little bit unable to create, you know, because there's so much going on right now. But sometimes you just want to be at your craft area and just make a little something and feel like, you know, you've used up some of your pieces and made something fun that you can share with friends or family. So back to this, I'm just adding some decorations to the front. I'll be showing you the other ones that I have made and what I've added to them. And then I think I'm also using some pieces from a company called Journal Say. I recently did an unboxing for them. Some of the labels that you see here to the left of the screen is from that shop. I do have coupon codes for them, and I will be linking all those in the description box below, as well as on my Ko-fi page if you are interested in checking them out. So yeah, I'll just continue decorating and embellishing. We'll add some pockets, I think, and then you can just kind of see the different pieces that I gather to decorate the covers. So, you know, sometimes I've used my stickers and my labels and just whatever pieces are on my desk, really from the leftover holiday crafting. And I did want to use the Digital Collage Club images because I think they're just the perfect size at this point for this project. And like I said, I will have their link to the shop in the description box below. Let me know if you have used Digital Collage Club before, and you know, what you think, if you've actually joined their annual or their lifetime membership. I'm always interested in hearing what people think as well. So as I continue to decorate, I hope you've had a great Christmas. Those of you that celebrate, we had a lovely, lovely time. I can't believe it was actually the first time for us that we got together with family. And it was just so wonderful to be able to, be with everybody. We all tested, each other's families before we got there, just to make sure, because, there's still stuff going around, of course. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't have anything at this point. So it felt a little bit more relaxed that way, that we kind of all knew we had tested negative to anything. And of course, in addition to that, none of us had any symptoms of anything. So that's always something we keep in mind, right? Unfortunately, we were going to have celebrations with my in-laws, and both my father-in-law and my mother-in-law are not well. So I believe their symptoms started like on actual Christmas Eve day, and they, fevers and sort of like flu symptoms. They have tested themselves and their test is negative for COVID, but at this point you never really know, especially when you have symptoms. You're not, you don't know what it is. And of course you have symptoms of something. So, getting together with anyone at this point is not a good idea when you're not feeling well. You don't want to get anyone else sick, right? So anyways, that's going to change our plans a little bit, but that also means that, we kind of extend our Christmas. And so we'll be celebrating with them, hopefully in the next little while. And that will be a nice celebration as well once everybody is feeling well. So back to this, you can see I'm just adding these little flowers. I absolutely love them. I believe I got those from BB Craft. I also have a coupon code for them if you're interested. And I use them like in different little projects because they're such tiny little flowers. I find that I just like to use them here and there, like as a little accent. And so now that I'm thinking I want to do something else with this cover, but I'm not sure. I'm going to be adding little pockets on the inside of this. And this little label is perfect size. Now, I don't know if I want that color. I mean, I could always coffee stain it or tea stain it or distress it, but because I want this project to be super easy and fun, I'm not doing any of that. Of course, you can do that if you wanted to. And I'm just checking out the different labels that were in that unboxing that I did. And some of them I think are a better size than others. And also even whatever is on them is a little bit different. Like this one would be too small. So I'm thinking I will be using maybe some scraps and maybe one of these labels as a little pocket. So then we'll have more little pockets to add things to, before this is finished. And I'm not sure when this video will be up, but at the time I'm filming it, we're getting ready for Snowmageddon, basically. I'm in Ontario, Canada. I know a lot of you friends in the US were also getting ready for this big snowstorm coming in. It was like all the combination of, the worst weather we could expect in the winter. So hopefully everyone is fine and things were not as horrible in some areas as expected. And that's all kind of we can hope for at this point, right? Is prepare as much as we can. So hopefully everybody's safe. I did want to show this last little bit that I'm adding to it here. These little sentiments also came from Journal Say, and I'm so happy that I have them because I don't have access to some of the more popular ones that are out there. And so these ones, of course, are very helpful to me now because I can add a little something to my work. And I think sometimes just a little bit of text or quote or something just kind of finishes off a project, right? So that's what I'm doing here. I will be adding something to the 3 little booklets. And at the end of the video, I'll just show you a quick little flip through of how I did all 3 so you can get an idea of what they end up looking like at the end. I really think this is a fun project, something you can quickly do, you know, especially when you're starting back after the holidays and into January, if you want to just make something, but not be so worried about, you know, a huge project on your table. So on this one here, I added some of this lovely wallpaper that I've been using. I love how it feels and it looks. And then this smaller one, just some of my printables as well. And then the one that we finished here, I did add pockets. So you can see that when we cut the envelope at the top, there's pockets on the front and back cover. And then, of course, the pockets we added on the inside as well. So it gives you a lot of space to add a little note, to add some journaling. You know, you can add, of course, as many pages as you want inside of it. I only added, I think, like 4 pages. But you can certainly make this a little bit bigger and, of course, go all out if you want to decorate the whole thing as a journal. But I did have so much fun making it. I'll just leave you with a quick little video of a flip through of all 3. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And thank you for spending time with me today. I'll be back very soon with some more craft with me, tutorials, and fun projects to share with you.